Factsverse presents 20 out-of-control kids who got what they deserved. When you were in your teens, there was likely a child who drove you nuts. Whether it was a younger sibling, a cousin, maybe a child who you babysat, or a kid who ruined your dinner out because they were yelling and screaming, their behavior can affect you negatively. Fortunately, karma will always win in the end. Reddit users wrote about some times that whining, annoying kids saw the power of karma firsthand. Here are 20 out-of-control kids who got what they deserved. A woman was at the park with her daughter, and the little girl wanted to go on the swing. Rather than asking her mother to push her on the swing, she shoved it toward her mother. Karma taught the young girl a lesson when the swing came back and smacked her in the face. She wasn't hurt, but she did learn a lesson about using her words. During a family vacation, a young boy told his parents that he shouldn't be forced to do dishes because it was woman's work. Well, for the rest of the vacation, the young boy was on dish duty. He had to wash the breakfast, lunch, and dinner dishes. Chances are this boy will never use the words "women's work" ever again. When you see a sign that tells you not to feed the animals, you probably shouldn't feed the animals. And that goes for no matter what age you are. A couple of kids at the zoo ignored the signs and started throwing candy into the monkey enclosure. The monkeys were not very happy about getting candy, and they started chasing the kids away from the enclosure. The kids ran for their lives, one of them tripping over their feet. I'm guessing this taught the kids always to respect animals. At least I hope so. There's nothing worse than sitting near a bratty kid on a plane. You can't get away. They cry, whine, yell, and you're stuck there with nowhere else to go. Well, a mother was traveling with her kids and her child was throwing a fit. Rather than trying to appease the child, the mother put her foot down, telling him to shut up, adding a few swear words in the middle. Everybody on the flight was thankful for that mother. A mother was at the park with her 3-year-old son when an older child went over and hit him. Well, since the older child's mother didn't do anything about it, the 3-year-old's mother sprang into action. She went over to the older child and yelled, "We don't hit!" and this sent the bully running for his mommy. Spoiled kids think that having a famous mom is a free pass to be a brat. When a child was out of control, claiming that they could do whatever they wanted because their mother was famous, an adult called her on it. They got on the phone and called the famous mom, leaving the child standing there looking shocked. A mother was traveling with her bratty kid on a bus and he kept whining about pushing the stop button. Since the mother was not ready to get off the bus, she refused to allow her child to push the button. Another person on the bus got fed up with the child and pushed the button themselves. The child was disappointed, and the person who pushed the button felt incredibly satisfied. A park is a place where families have fun. A family was trying to enjoy themselves one afternoon when a child was acting up. The child was with his grandparents and they tried again and again to put the child in timeout to get him to behave. When they discovered that timeout just wasn't working, the grandparents passed the child's toys out to the other kids at the park to keep. Lesson learned. The child was dining out with her mother at a restaurant and he was acting out. The server went to bring their meal to the table and the mother told her son to apologize to the server. When the child gave a fake apology, the server told the child not to apologize to him but to his mother instead. The child was shocked, and the server got a big tip. A father was with his son who was a spoiled little brat. The little boy didn't get the toy that he wanted, so he threw a fit. Hoping to appease the boy, the father goes to the counter to get the toy his son was actually hoping for. The little boy got his toy and ran out of the restaurant right into a thorny rose bush. That really was karma at work. When spoiled kids grow up and go off to college, they assume that they're going to continue to be spoiled by the people on campus. Well, when a drunk student demanded mac and cheese and then got violent when he was refused it, the police had to take the student down. The student was expelled and sent home to mommy and daddy. She never got her mac and cheese. Aww. A Boy Scout leader was on a camping trip with his troop and a porcupine got close to the campsite and a scout was trying to poke it with a stick. Despite the leader's orders to leave the animal alone, the scout kept it up. A few minutes later, that same boy was covered in porcupine quills. Talk about learning a lesson the hard way. I think you got the point, though. A spoiled rich kid was having a lightsaber fight with a child who was actually brought up responsibly. The spoiled kid thought they deserved to win and went hard on the other child. The child, though, came back even harder, leaving him victorious. Spoiled kids are not used to not being the winner, so when he lost, it was satisfying for everybody watching the lightsaber battle. A rich, spoiled teenager was driving drunk and he killed 4 people. In court, he claimed that he drove drunk because he suffers from affluenza. Not influenza, not the flu, affluenza, meaning that he's just too rich, so he didn't know right from wrong. Somehow the jury believed him. He was only ordered to serve 2 years in prison. Affluenza. I'm going to have to remember that one. A group of wealthy high school students hacked into the school's grading system to change their poor grades. When they were caught, they tried using the affluenza defense, but, well, it didn't work for them. The students got expelled and finally realized money can't buy you everything. A mother told her son over and over again to clean his room, and he wouldn't do it. He ignored his mother until her friend got involved. She told the child to clean his room in a very commanding voice, and the boy jumped up to start cleaning. All it took was the stern voice of another child's mother to scare this child into submission. Heely sneakers are kind of fun because with the push of a button, you can turn those sneakers into roller skates. There are times where it's not appropriate, though, to let the wheels down. A child who was with her mother at the aquarium let down her wheels, and her mother told her time and time again to put the wheels up, but she wouldn't listen. When the child fell flat on her face right before the beluga show, the whole audience applauded. See, that's what you get when you don't listen to mom. It's not the child's fault, though. I mean, the mother really should have known better than to let her child wear Heelys to the aquarium, am I right? A teenage girl was babysitting a very unruly child. The child's parents gave him a BB gun and shot out the window while the teen was watching him. His parents never reprimanded him or even took away the BB gun. The boy grew up and today he's an alcoholic without a job. His parents should have taught him about right and wrong and consequences back when he was a child. If they had, he may have grown up to be a successful adult. Every school has a bully. It's unfortunate, but it's true almost everywhere. When a 7th grader was being bullied by another student, it made his life miserable. He was smaller than the bully, so he really didn't stand a chance trying to stand up to him, at least not physically. When a group of 8th graders saw what was going on, though, they decided to bully the bully. He never bullied that kid again. Things got even worse for the bully when his mother found out what he'd been doing. And soon, life at home and at school was not pleasant. Every parent has told their children at least once that if they don't behave, they'll give all of their toys away. Well, a father was tired of his son misbehaving, so he forced him to donate his Xbox, iPod, and a flat-screen TV to a shelter at Christmas time. Those are some pretty expensive items to donate. Let's hope that guy's kid got the point. What's the worst brat kid story you've witnessed personally? Tell us in the comments, and subscribe for more.